If there's I can help you with, please call.
That was it. My debut on Days of Our Lives. For you soap fans, Tess is entertaining thoughts of going out with Chris Kosacek to the Al Jarreau concert, and they needed a sales clerk at the dress shop. And that was I. But that wasn't the end of it. They also had me as a patron in the bar, Shenanigans. Interesting how they do this. Whenever they need crowd shots, they hire about 5 or 6 aspiring actors to be extras. I was one of them that day, and they let them add color and business. They pay them about $124. The instructions were to look like we're having fun. So here we are, saying, well, why don't you walk over to the bar? Hey, are we on? And I wonder what they're serving for lunch.
Here you go, Diane.
The extras and the stars put in long days, 12 to 14 hours. But much of it is sitting around looking at scripts, getting made up, and acting silly sometimes. A good break from all the heavy-duty crying and scheming on Days of Our Lives. Tomorrow, we'll start a 3-part series on what goes on behind the scenes and what your favorite stars are really like. They are surprising. These are genuinely warm, friendly, and funny people, the stars and the staff at Days of Our Lives. I had a great time, but the phone is not ringing off the hook.
I was just going to ask you, do you think you're going to get a call back?
Well, I hope so. I'm ready.
Mitch, you got to assemble, a tape of your greatest appearances.
That's right, and that certainly was one of them. Yes. Thank you very much.
Oh, Midge, that's great. We'll be anxious to see this series live. Today, we begin a 3-part series on her experience, Midge's Moment.
Ah, Hollywood. Feel the warm breezes. Look for the stars. Smell the grease paint.
Excuse me, producer's on the line. Hi, Billy.
That's such a fraud!
How you doing, McDonald? Billy Wilder. We're on TV right now, Greg. I want you to know that.
Maybe cutting up relieves the tension and emotional buildup that comes from 12 hours a day of heavy-duty crying and scheming on the soap opera Days of Our Lives. Or maybe they would all rather be doing situation comedies. At any rate, these stars you love to hate, these imaginary lives you watch being destroyed, these long-suffering, rarely happy characters are totally different people off-screen.
Crazy?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy? What do you mean?
I can't open it anymore. It's gone.
The proceeding in answer to questions posed here in Pittsburgh for your favorite Days of Our Lives star.
It'd be Marlena, and I'd ask her what she's really like in real life.
Eugene Bradford.
Eugene? And what would you ask Eugene?
Really, is Nutty in real life?
They all profess to be different than the sometimes wacky characters they portray. They all live outrageous lifestyles in the small town of Salem. This soap bubbles with excitement and intrigue. International villains with ties to the classics. Phoenix, Stefano, who somehow came back to life. And Tony, the man in the iron mask, who everyone knows will triumph in the end. In Days of Our Lives, you've got your basic cops and robbers, mass murders, gorgeous people who wear great designer fashions when they're dressed. When they're not, it's great designer sheets in bedroom scenes that sizzle. The kind of stuff every young woman dreams about.
That's what I'm going to be when I grow up.
They never scrub floors, never break a nail. They wear hats and go to lunch a lot. They hardly ever, almost never go to work. I often wonder how Bo makes a living.
You wonder. I play the character, and I wonder. I'm trying to think. Well, my merchant marine savings, that was,
$3.80.
Yeah, that's gone. I don't know. Because the only job I've done is that hospital job for Neil Curtis. I suppose I got paid well for that or something.
Are you getting paid?
I know.
What?
It's Roman's will.
They may not work in Salem, but they do work here in Hollywood. In at 6 a.m., study scripts, rehearse for hours, get made up, then tape the show. The day's as endless as the slowly evolving storyline, but the money pours in fast. The show rakes in almost $500,000 a day in commercial time. It costs about $500,000 a week to produce. A big chunk of that change goes on the backs of the actors. Furs, for instance, rent for $250 a day. Imagine being able to get dressed up in something like this $700 number, or this one, worth over $1,000, and play acting every day. Well, I didn't get to dress up, but I did get to go on the set. In Hollywood at the Days of Our Lives studios. We'll take you with us on a first-person tour, and can you believe it, an actual part in the soap. Midge Hill, WPXI, News Center 11.
I think that was so
department stores, in homes, in office cafeterias, the eyes of soap fans are riveted. It's time for...
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
It's become a part of their lives. It's an addiction millions confess to. Will the malevolent Count DeMera pull off his plot to kill honest Roman Brady? Will DeMera's son Tony, who isn't really his son, die in the process? And pay attention. Or will evil Andre, who is pretending to be Tony, be killed instead? And what about Anna?
She's so fickle because, it just depends upon who she's depended on for a week. She will fall in love.
Good guys, bad guys. They're compelling.
Hope gonna find out about Larry before he marries her. Yeah.
When I want something, I get it.
I like that.
Well, I'm going to marry Hope. Scoop.
Will Bo and Hope get back together?
That's all that matters.
I moved back to Doug and Julie's apartment to try to get away from Bo. But of course, Hope could not get her out of, get him out of his mind. Because she's just so in love with him.
The actors on Days profess a refreshing liking for one another and a love for the characters they portray, even the villains.
Just can't get rid of somebody like Stefano.
That's
He's
right.
too charming.
In an evil sort of way.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy being a bad guy? I mean, you are rotten.
Sure.
You are just rotten.
Do you really think so? All my mail thinks I'm wonderful.
It's so wonderful. When you came on the show, I thought my work came up, too. There's something about being with certain actors, and because they come in with a certain level, you have to come up with it.
More men are getting hooked on soaps, and storylines have expanded beyond the man-woman relationship. For instance, the one between Chris Kosachek and Pete Jennings.
No, it doesn't always have to be man to woman and love affairs and stuff like that. You bet that's what keeps a smile on your face. But it's also, you can get a different viewpoint from a man-to-man relationship, and damn it, this is what I feel, and this is what you feel, and we're going to do it this way.
But women remain the mainstay soap fans, and they crave information on their favorite hunks.
Oh, Brady. Why? I just want to know if he's single.
No, I am not married.
Okay, now the interview is over, and I would like to hear my favorite lines you do.
I'm out of here.
And I'm back here at work. Boy, I really could have gotten into that kind of life.
Forget about Gwen.
Come on, sweetheart.
I'm after you. Oh,
Come on, Midge, get back to work.
What's the matter? Didn't Hollywood call yet?
Midge Hill, WPXI News Center 11.